We've always wanted to make a film on humpback whales. They're truly the most dynamic and interesting animal. Humpback whales are the perfect subject. They're so big, they're so playful, and they're just incredible.
For me, the film is about the wonder of the humpback whale. They breach higher and more often than any other whale, and they have this amazing song. We went to 3 different locations. Alaska is where the whales feed, and we show how intelligent they are by feeding together in groups of 6 or 8, where they'll communicate with one another and then gang up on schools of herring. In Hawaii, they're studying the humpback song and female behavior and the mating, courtship. And then in Tonga, we study what it's like to be a mom and to raise your young. And so you end up, through the film, learning about all the ways that a humpback lives.
And we ended up getting fantastic footage that blew us away.
We are in Alaska, and we're about to film some humpback whales bubble netting. Day 1.
Alaska is where the whales feed, and we wanted to show how humpbacks find food in a super intelligent way.
Bubble netting is a way that the whales are able to capture these speedy schooling fishes. One whale dives down and deploys a ring of bubbles from its blowhole. It rises up around a fish school. The rest of the animals dive down underneath, and they all come rocketing up through this tunnel of bubbles and engulfing the fish at the surface.
This is probably the only place in the world you're going to see anything like this.
Filming humpback whales doing the bubble net lunge feeding behavior that they do is borderline impossible.
Oh, right there. Oh! Oh!
Where do they come from?
Oh! We'll get it.
Capturing any of these behaviors out on the ocean is really tough.
It's a lot of waiting, and it's a lot of just being prepared. We were able to work with Fred Sharpe and Peter Fulkins and Andy Svalbo, all scientists, great scientists who both helped with the logistics. Obviously, were the ones who told us where the whales were going to be.
Okay, so we're dropping in the hydrophone.
Yeah.
And hoping to hear some vocalizations of these guys.
Hydrophone's very useful. Yeah, it also provides acoustic information, and they start to blast the prey with these long series of pulses, and then right before they come up through the surface, it starts to rise in frequency.
And Fred knows those calls, and he can then say, it's going to happen in 10 seconds over there in that area.
I think you'll hear a pause in the call right before they pop up.
Maybe soon.
Coming up, lunging.
Lunging?
Lunging.
Yeah! And once you do get a whale that is going to cooperate, it's absolutely phenomenal.
That was a great job.
Is that right, brother?
I can't believe that was right by us.
These events have been filmed in other formats, but nothing is going to give the feeling and the sensation and the experiential, visceral experience that IMAX brings.
In the end, we got what we came for, and that was to get bubble netting sequences and incredible shots of humpback whales. And I think people are going to be really excited to see these shots.
That was the day, Sean. Day was the day.
That was amazing.
Absolutely 1 in a million day. Today, October 11th, was the day.
It's one of the best encounters I've ever seen.
Here we are in Tonga, heading out to go film some humpback whales with Howard, Michelle, Peter KRAGH, Bob Haskell, and Jason, with Sam and myself.
When we were picking out locations for our film Humpback Whales, we knew we wanted to find a place where we knew we could find humpback whales with their calves. We came upon this place called Tonga.
We wanted to use that location. It was just so stunningly beautiful.
The water is absolutely gorgeous, and thumbs up, let's go. Every day we would go out and we would look for humpback whales, which could be very, very aggravating, you want to say?
Never even saw a thing.
Never even saw it. There's the problem of finding the whale,
Good shot.
Blue water.
and then there's the problem of actually filming with the whales. I think we might get this. This could be a good one.
They made us look silly.
They just went right under you and then...
Yeah.
It is very difficult to film these whales.
It was a little bit frustrating today with the rain that we've had the last 2 days.
We haven't had any sun for almost 7 or 8 days.
But you just don't stop at the first roadblock.
Today we've been sitting and searching and motoring and searching, and then we got an intel that there was mom and calf down this way breaching. So we are hoping that today's going to be our day, Thursday, October 11th. Whales.
Exciting, we got no spit.
It is tough to do. You have to put in the time. But when you get it right, you get it right. And we were able to spend 4.5 hours with this mother humpback and her calf and really get a sense of what it's like to be these animals in this environment.
It was magical, absolutely magical.
You know, I'm really stoked that we came to Tonga because it has a unique culture.
What they've done is gone from a whaling society to a conservation / education and tourist society.
Because they were ancient whalers and they actually hunted whales for sustenance, it makes the saving of the whales here much more poignant. And I think that'll touch people's hearts.
All right, it's Tuesday, March 12th. We just had a phenomenal day filming whales.
Hawaii was beautiful. The conditions that we shot under were so unparalleled. They're studying the humpback's song. and differences between males and females. Then we had the opportunity to show where humans are risking their lives to try to rescue humpbacks.
Today we've been mostly looking for singers. We've been trying to find a singer, identify it, record it, and give you all a glimpse of what singing whales are like.
There he is right here.
Yeah.
Jason looking good.
Oh, I can hear him.
Yeah, can you hear him?
Yeah.
He's really low. Oh, he's close.
Somebody you gotta jump in with him, safety guys.
Oh, you can tell when he's actually coming up.
There he is.
Oh my gosh, there he is.
That was beautiful. He's down about 30 feet deep.
A singer?
Just a singer, singing a song, just going, aww.
He was down, you know, classic singer position, head down, tail up, and I was just getting ready to make a dive, and all of a sudden he moved.
One of the female whales during the mating season in Hawaii took off, started swimming, and as so often happens, a lot of males were pursuing her.
The female would be swimming, and the 8 males just be kind of jockeying for position.
And he was darker, more scratched up. You could tell, I mean, you could hear him down there when he was making collisions with the other males. You could hear it sound like bricks coming together in a grinding.
You know, it's like trying to film elephants in the fog and you're running with them. And you want to get close enough to take a picture, but you don't want to get too close so you get trampled.
A young whale got wrapped up in some floating ropes that were out in the ocean off Maui. And an extraordinary team led by Ed Lyman from NOAA rescued this whale.
My role here is to help distressed marine mammals, especially humpback whales.
We have cameras we put on the end of poles, put them in the water, so we get both topside view and the rest of the view.
We were so lucky because we had just 7 days of helicopter time. One of those days, he got an entangled whale.
We lost track of that calf along with mother and the 2 escorts, and it was the IMAX team that actually relocated the animal and allowed us to keep working on it.
It's such a nice story in the movie and gives you the sense that humans are out helping other animals on our planet. It's a truly earth-shattering film and has many scenes that you'll never see anywhere else.